It's clear how big an undertaking it would be to find human remains buried in this 4-acre landfill. Police say that the remains of Morgan Harris and Mercedes Myron were buried here some 7 months ago. They ruled out a search then.
Here you are, once again, creating unmarked graves of Indigenous peoples. That's wrong, and it needs to end.
Now the victims' families, along with Indigenous leaders, are demanding a search start now. And not only that.
I'm standing here today to ask for the resignation of the Chief of Police for the Winnipeg Police Service.
Chief Danny Smythe didn't respond to that, but earlier this week, police explained the decision last June not to search, saying too much time had passed between the discovery of the murders and the time the bodies were disposed.
It's to a depth of about 40 feet, and you can see you can't really see the garbage. It's underneath that wet, heavy construction clay that's been packed and bulldozed and manipulated by heavy machinery for 34 days.
Estimating 10,000 loads of refuse, including toxic compounds and animal remains, were dumped in the meantime. All of it compacted, packed down, and covered with clay.
The circumstances, combined with the safety hazard, form the basis of a difficult decision not to go forward.
Jeremy Skibicki is charged with 4 counts of first-degree murder, including Rebecca Contois, whose remains were found in a different landfill, and a 4th unknown woman identified by this jacket, now referred to as Buffalo Woman. The charges notwithstanding, the families and leaders are alleging racism in the decision not to search.
The message that you are sending is that our women do not matter.
Now the Premier and Mayor of Winnipeg are involved, getting the landfill to pause operations, not promising a search, but saying the feasibility of one will be examined.
I think it's very important that, for right now, we take this pause and we get this right.
Now, neither the Premier nor the Mayor can actually order the police to go conduct a search, so if one happens, it's unclear who would do that. In the meantime, the Chief of Police was called before the police board tonight to explain the investigation. We expect more on that tomorrow.
And Cam, would the police not want to have those remains for their investigation?
Well, certainly they can see that would be much better, but the Crown has authorized 3 first-degree murder charges here in the absence of those remains. That's not common, but it's not unheard of either. In the meantime, the police aren't saying what their evidence is, while they do say they understand why people are upset. Adrian?